ついにこの日が来たな。
It sure is. The weekend had finally arrived. Kureha and I looked up at the sky, basking in the sun's rays, and let the cool breeze wash over us. We stood on the viewing platform at Lover's Hill, which was on the southeast side of Miyajima. There was a sprawling beach at the bottom, which would soon be packed with people going for a swim once summer came. Although we were on the southern end of the island, it was still too chilled to go for a dip in the ocean. Regardless, there were a number of couples down by the shoreline.
なぜだ。なぜこんなに人がいる。
This area is apparently famous for being a lover's holy ground. From what I heard, if you put a prayer plaque on one of the trees on that isolated island over there, you can even walk over to it from the beach itself. Your wish will come true. Your chances only go up if you ring the bell on Lover's Hill first and then place the plaque on the tree. Maybe the people on the beach are waiting for their turn.
そういえばそんなものもあったな。
Kureha let out an exhausted sigh and turned to the intel sheet jotted down in her notepad. The beach and isolated island were connected by a road called the Coral Path. It was only visible during low tide in the mornings and evenings. It was just past noontime, so those couples likely had ample time on their hands until evening. In turn, that would naturally mean they would have ample time to do other things too.
あいつらこんな時間からあんな場所でそんなことを。おい、もういいから他の場所を探すぞ。今はお前と二人きりになりたい気分だ。
What?
どうしてお前までこうこしてるんだ。
Huh? Nah, no real reason. I know. There was an ice cream window over there, so I'll go buy us some. You wait here.
おい。
I left the confused Kureha behind and quickly made my way to the stall. How awkward. I couldn't look Kureha in the eye after what she did when I was quote-unquote sleeping the other day. Kureha was starting to act all lovey-dovey too. If I kept this up, then the ninjas would surely notice and become suspicious of us. Still, the throbbing in my chest was real. Could I possibly be...
いらっしゃい。おいしいおいしいソフトクリームでござるよ。
Wait, huh? Chief!
おやおや、ケイスケ殿ではござらぬか。ソフトクリームを買いに来たでござるか。
Yes, I did, but why are you running the stall, Chief?
まあ、いろいろござってな。ここを離れるなと、カナ様から仰せつかったのでござる。
Kana did, huh? Now it made sense. They set up this ice cream stall to perform surveillance during the day. Any income would likely go straight into the Sakagami's coffers too. Were the ninjas running stalls during the local festivals and whatnot too? They were beginning to look more and more like the Yakuza all the time.
それで、何味のソフトをご所望でござるか。
What flavors do you have?
バニラとイチゴ、それと醤油ときな粉でござる。
I'll go with soy sauce and strawberry then.
おお、あえて醤油を選ぶその勝負師魂。拙者嫌いじゃないでござるよ。だがなぜ二つも。食いしん坊が万歳でもしてるでござるか。
No, I'm with someone. I pointed to Kureha, who was standing in the shade of the trees by herself. And when I did, the chief's eyes shone.
ははさては。
Yes, actually.
委員会活動でござるね。
Nope, we're on a date actually.
だが、あの子の格好は制服でござるよ。日曜の浜辺に制服とはこれいかに。
Ugh, now that you mention it. Wearing our uniforms in a place like this would make us stick out like a sore thumb. That was when I realized I'd never seen Kureha in street clothes. Even at bedtime, she would wear her gym uniform. Anyway, a date is a date. I shouldn't keep her waiting, so please hurry.
しょうがないでござるね。
The chief laughed beneath his mask and slowly, yet conscientiously, put our cones together. What was that all about? Was he onto us? I practically bolted from the scene and returned to Kureha's side with her cone in hand. Naturally, Kureha had chosen the strawberry flavor, but... Oh, the soy sauce ice cream is tasty too. It tastes a lot like glazed dango.
おかわり
What's up? You look really hungry.
別に
You're welcome to try mine.
いいのか
Yeah, that's why I bought it in the first place. Go ahead, dig in. Kureha's eyes sparkled as I held the soy sauce ice cream out to her. She extended her tiny tongue and gave it a lick. How is it?
本当にみたらし団子みたいな味がする
Ahaha, glad to hear it. Ah,
どうした
oh, nothing. Nuh-uh, it's not fair for you to smile at me like that. How could my heart not skip a beat? Kureha's smile was unbelievably precious. If only she smiled more often.
今の解説キー
What's wrong? Want more?
ズいや今ので十分だ十分すぎてお釣りが来るくらいだ
When I held my cone out to Kureha again, she flushed bright red, ears and all, and went back to enjoying her strawberry ice cream. Almost as if she were using it to cool down. I didn't know why, but Kureha seemed to be in high spirits today. Maybe she was nervous going on a fake date with me. It may have been an act, but we were on a date. It'd be great if we could get closer as a result. We walked side by side when all of a sudden Kureha clutched my shirt and hid behind me. What's wrong?
あっちにいる忍者が私たちをじっと見てる
The ninja over there, meaning...
じ
The chief was clearly staring at us. Thanks a bunch. Really appreciate it. He actually seemed to be a little suspicious of us. That's it. It's time to show off the fruits of our labor. Here it goes. Formation B!
分かった
Kureha and I nodded in unison, then took our positions. I flashed a gentle smile and Kureha squatted down on the beach and let her eyes sparkle.
わあ綺麗な星の砂ねあなたの心のようにキラッキラと輝いてるわ
No, not especially.
おいそこは気の利くセリフを返すところだろうが
Sorry, it was so out of character for you that I couldn't help myself.
ほら忍者がこっち見てるぞ続きだ続き
Yeah, you're right. Let's see, what could I use as material? Oh, this starfish! It's so flat and cute, almost like your chest.
星になれ
Yuaha! The starfish! The starfish was on my face!
どうやらあの二人本物のカップルのようでござるな。
Our plan to trick him was working. He was totally oblivious to our plan. Oh well, I guess everything worked out in the end. We hadn't put the fruits of our labor on full display just yet, but it was worth all the time and effort, or so I'd have liked to think.
そうだこの砂を使えば
What's up? Kureha squatted back down and started packing star sand into a plastic bag. What in the world was she doing? Oh, a memento from our first date?
どんなにおミスをしていたらそういう発想になるんだもう一度クラゲコラ人生やり直した方がいいんじゃないか
As far as I know, I've never once been a jellyfish.
いいから行くぞ小 能がないか調べて回るんだ。
Ah, wait for me, my dear mistress. I gave the desperate, man-whorish reply for some reason and followed after her. I enjoyed teasing Kureha whenever we were together. Once the excitement ramped up, it had no hope of simmering down anytime soon.
よし、それじゃあ次は鐘の前を調べるぞ。
Sure. We took a cursory look around before deciding to make the lover spell on the top of the hill our last stop. We hadn't noticed any sort of reaction thus far. If nothing happened at or around the bell's vicinity, then this would have been all for nothing.
Welcome, couple!
Sumiyoshi, why are you here?
はっ、これはケイスケとクレハくんじゃないか。土偶だね。
Alright, guess we can't do it here. Let's go.
待っておくんなまし。せめて敦貴がここにいる理由を聞いてから帰って。
What am I gonna do with you? Alright, why are you here?
いいだろう。そんなに聞きたいなら特別に教えてあげよう。
あー、こいつ殴りてー。
You're thinking out loud again, Kureha-san.
実は観光客を呼び込むために毎週ここで催し物が行われていてね。
What kind of event is it?
今日のイベントは鐘の前でキスをしたカップルにくじ引きをしてもらうというものさ。題してドキドキラブキス大会、僕にその唇を奪えというのかだ。
なんだそれは。まさかそれに参加しないと鐘に近づけないのか。
もしかして君たち鐘を鳴らしに来たのかな。だったら残念だけど参加しないと近づけないよ。順番待ちしてるカップルがそこら辺にいるだろう。見ての通りの大盛況だからね。何もそう気を落とさなくてもいいじゃないか。君たちも参加すればいいだろ。毎晩キスより激しいことをしてるんだ。今さら恥ずかしがることないぞ、ぷーにょん。
人手になれー。
スターフィッシュ
倒したか。やはりこいつとは馬が合わんな。
クマだけにね。
あ
ごめんなさい。とにかくキスをするのが恥ずかしいならエントリーだけでもしてみたらどうだい？参加すればくじだけは引けるから。
What do you have prizes?
1等が海外旅行、2等が北海道旅行だ。そして3等が
米30キロ。それ以下は旬の魚や野菜をプレゼント。
Kureha-san?
住吉クレハと浦部圭介、押してまいる。
Hey! I glanced to my side and found that at some point Kureha had already made her way to the reception desk and had a pen in hand.
3頭だ。
What?
旅行とかそういうのはいい。とにかく3頭を狙うぞ。そうすれば銀シャリ食べ放題だ。ほかほかご飯は美味しい。美味しいんだ。
That's true, rice is good and makes for a great side dish. Talk about hopeless. Kureha was blinded by greed and fell victim to words like a bargain or free.
どうやらやる気になったみたいだね。それじゃ新規カップル様ご案内。
Kumakichi guided us to the end of the line of couples. Kureha had been dazzled by the rice at first, but when she realized the handful of couples in front of us were kissing, this happened. And so forth, her face red as could be. Then, when our turn came,
シャイク女、私たちの実力を見せつけてやるのだ。
yeah, she was as tense as could possibly be. Your voice is cracking and you are as stiff as a board. Are you going to be okay?
大丈夫だ、問題ない。ブチュッとやってお米をゲットだ。
Talk about a lost cause. Withdrawing midway would probably save Kureha from the embarrassment, but our goal was to investigate the mallet's whereabouts. Walking up to the bell ought to be enough for now. Or so I assumed.
ほら、何してるんだ。早くこっちに来い。こんなに人がいる前で一人にしちゃやだ。
Ugh. Ah, jeez, why did Kureha always have to make comments like that? Because of her, it felt like my heart was going to explode.
さあさあ皆さんお待ちかね。もはや学園で知らない者はいないケイスケクレハのラブラブバカップルの登場だよ。
Keiku.
そこの子は余計なことを言うんじゃない。キャーン、照れるクーニャン、かわいい。
They were probably first-year girls amidst the couples, and hearing their shrill cheers of encouragement made Kureha go silent and red. What should we do? Would withdrawing be best? But
みんなこっち見てる。恥ずかしい。この後どうすればいい？あら？
Aga! Stop it! What's with the sugary sweet look in your eyes? You're not allowed to look at me that way. I... Ha! Who would turn back now? I grabbed her shoulders and brought my face close. I stared straight into her eyes, close enough that our noses nearly touched.
おい、急にどうした？
You want the rice, right? Accept your fate for now. It would be weird if we backed out at this point. You don't want Kumakichi and the others to suspect us, do you?
それはそうだ。
It's fine, really. Just look into my eyes and relax. I brushed Kureha's cheeks with the pads of my thumbs and straightened her out before me. Our eyes locked, but Kureha glanced away for just a moment. Then she slowly turned her gaze back to me.
初めてだから優しく。
Right. Huh? Crap. My heart was racing, wasn't it? Oh well, nothing I could do about it. I'd never seen Kureha make such a cute face before.
赤くなるな。こっちまで恥ずかしくなるだろ。
You're just as red too.
うるさい。なぜか体が熱くなってるんだから。仕方ないだろ。
Right? Even your ears are bright red. You're awfully cute when you're embarrassed, Kureha. Can I? She quietly closed her eyes in response. Trembling eyelashes, moist lips, and soft peach-colored cheeks. I couldn't help but feel each and every one of them was adorable. Now that I took a close look at her, I knew. Actually, it was obvious, even at a cursory glance. Kureha was beautiful. I'd made fun of her for being tiny, but she was a fine woman. So cute when she was shy. And my... Ah! Kureha called me by my name properly for the first time. I was happy. So happy, in fact, I thought my head was going to start spinning. She peacefully shut her eyes and waited for me, waited for the moment our lips would meet. With a tiny tremble in her shoulders, beads of sweat appeared on her forehead. Sweat? Kureha? What happened? Kureha suddenly collapsed in place, seemingly lost consciousness, and I rushed to support her. Hey, hang in there, Kureha! She's burning up. Hey, Kumakichi, call a doctor or an ambulance. Her? I was rendered speechless by the spectacle unfurling before me as I looked up. A massive cloud had blotted out the sun, thus casting a shade upon the hilltop, as a faint white blaze burned above its shadow. Although it wasn't hot, I couldn't touch it. It acted like a warm haze, and merely wavered in silence, seemingly surrounding the circumference of the hill. At long last, the clouds faded into the distance and vanished along with the white flame, leaving all of us dumbfounded in its wake. Kureha, are you all right? Kureha regained consciousness and gazed at me with unfocused eyes. I put my hand against her forehead and found that her fever had completely receded. The timing was practically in perfect sync with the white blaze's disappearance. Ah, I'm so glad. You passed out and scared the hell out of me. Whoops, sorry. Kureha quickly pulled away, patted the dust off her skirt with flushed cheeks, and stood up. I wondered why she looked so embarrassed, but she seemed well enough to stand on her own.
大丈夫かい？急に倒れるから心配したよ。
Don't you remember? You suddenly collapsed right before we kissed. No way I didn't. Far from it.
けど、さっきのは一体何だったんだろうね。一瞬だけカゲロウのようなものが見えたんだけど。
Kureha turned to me in a panic. I suddenly nodded to her. After what, Kureha and I decided to leave Lover's Hill and head home. You're welcome to guess how the lot drawing went based on the consolation prize towel in Kureha's hand.
不思議なかげろうか。やはりあの丘に小槌がある可能性は高いな。あとはどうやって小槌を召喚するかだ。それと警備を出し抜く方法も考えないとな。
True.
どうした？やけに元気がないじゃないか。
She leaned in and peered up at my face.
急に顔を赤くしてどうした？お前も熱があるのか？
No, I was remembering the kiss.
バカ！何を言ってるんだ？あれはキスじゃなくて未遂だ未遂。あんなことで大事なファーストキスを奪われてたまるか。
You kinda looked like you were getting into it though.
それは雰囲気に流されて。
Would you kiss anyone if the mood was good enough?
バカ！あれはお前だったから。
Because it was me?
なんでもない！なんでもないからなんでもない！
She turned her back to me and took a step away in a fluster. Kureha's profile was much redder than usual when dyed in the colors of the waning sunset.
今夜は肉じゃがだ。
Huh?
今夜の夕飯は肉じゃがだ。日曜のこの時間は肉の売れ残りが安くなるんだ。だから に行こう。
Sure, you can count on me to carry the bags.
任せる。
She waited for me to catch up and we walked side by side to the supermarket. That small act of consideration made me extremely happy. Hey, can we keep acting like lovers for a while longer?
日が暮れるまでなら。
And once it does?
とか、そんなこと聞くな。
Although neither of us initiated it, we joined hands and made our way up the deserted hill. With her warm palm against mine, I wondered if she was just as excited as I was.